It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 222. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my lovely co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hello, hi.
Hi, we're here to talk about The Other Way, season 4, episode 14. This is the finale.
This didn't seem very finale-like.
I was not finaled.
I wasn't finaled at all. I wasn't impressed or finaled.
But you know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind not being finaled because there's a tell-all.
Okay, agreed. Because if they showed us everything, the tell-all would be boring.
Right, because it's like, I already know.
I think it's weird that there was no Nicole and Mahmoud.
Oh my God, there was no Mahmoud.
No. I think it's so weird.
When did they finale? Last week? What happened?
I guess last week when he was with his brother at the restaurant.
And he was like, we should...
only restaurant.
But we didn't even see Nicole last week.
No. The stars of the show.
Nicole stopped on episode 12. That was the last time I saw. The last time I saw Nicole, I was with Shannon.
Aw, Shannon. Love Shannon.
The last time I saw Nicole with you, it was episode 11.
That's pretty sad.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Well, hello.
Yeah,
What
sorry.
just
I had to turn off the air conditioner, but I had to ask someone to
I thought my ear shut off. That's why I was like, hello?
No, because you know who I had to ask.
Oh, you had to ask her.
I can't say her name because then she does weird stuff in my house.
Yeah, okay. I could see that.
All right. Well,
I don't have a smart plug in here.
Oh, okay.
What
Get
are you
one.
gonna do? Yeah, I mean, I think I have an extra one floating around.
Okay, a floater. If you guys want to hear more about Noelle and I, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast and you will get the best podcast you ever listened to. It's called BS.
And you know what we do?
We do this. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Also, right off the bat, I just want to let you guys know I have some more theater dates coming up with Hannah Berner. Go to traceycarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates, including some in Canada.
Ooh, in June, right?
Yeah, in June.
Cool.
June's sooner than we think. It's 1 month away.
I know.
Yeah, I don't love this.
No, me neither.
Speaking of June, let's jump in the pool with Jen and Rishi.
This made me feel not good. It made me feel upset. I didn't like watching this.
Oh, I didn't love it at all.
Yeah, okay, good. I thought it was just me. Like at the last part, like the last 20 seconds, I fast forwarded because I was like, I'm just gonna read the subtitles because I can't listen to these people wail anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting. So Jen is very happy about his family's reaction. And then
you get 3 tries.
Yeah, I
3
know.
tries.
So they say that he doesn't have a lot of choice but to live with his family, though.
It doesn't seem like he does, though.
Right. So the girls are going to go to the market and Rishi's going to come over and talk to Jen.
Right.
So she's getting ready by brushing her teeth with some bottled water.
Is that a thing?
Sure, because, it's different.
You get a bellyache.
Yeah, you get a bellyache, but like, how long can you do that for?
That's what I wanted to know. So do you just do that for your whole life?
Right. Like, what if you got married and you lived there?
What if you just had a teaspoon of water every day?
Do you think you could introduce all the parasites into
Yeah, little by little.
Little tapey wormy. What if you just take a chew of a tapeworm every day? Just a little bite.
Maybe just a little.
Like a leg.
It's like a mouth-made vaccine.
Yes, exactly. It's mouth-made.
You just have dead tapeworm every day by mouth.
Just a little dead tapeworm. So she asked Rishi what his family said. She's like, oh, so what did they say? And he's like, oh, they were shocked. And
I feel bad. He seems really upset.
Yeah. I mean, also, no one handled this well. No one involved.
Right. Like so you watch this, right?
Yeah.
Same with Jenny and Simi. And you get frustrated with Rishi. But I'm frustrated with Jen by the way she went about it, too.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Everyone in this situation is wrong.
It's an onomatopoeia.
It's an onomatopoeia. It's anonymous.
Pia. Yes.
No, I don't even know what you're trying to say, but I'm going with it.
It's an onomatopoeia.
I don't even know what's happening. So she, they talk about him leaving his family, and he's like, yeah, well, he's like, I, always basically was going to live with my family forever. And Jen's like, oh, I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, my mom needs me. He's like, but I don't have to do that at all. So everything could change.
But he's also, well, I think he's trying to say like we could live around the block.
Right. We could live down the street.
Right.
But definitely inside of their house.
Yes.
Well,
we'll just never find a place around the block.
Right. But he's not making a ton of sense. He's like, this is it. This is my choice. And we could absolutely change it.
Because he doesn't want to break up, but
Right.
he also thinks she'll change her mind, I guess.
Right. But this is why these relationships don't ever work.
Don't work. Yes.
Yeah. So he said that they're not okay with her age and Jen's annoyed.
Okay, but did they ever talk about his family wants him to have kids? He wants to have kids.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why is this? I could have, Tracey, when you guys met, I could have sat down with you both and been like, all right, let's talk about the problems that we might have in this relationship. Yes. And then I would have asked them a bunch of questions. And then I would have been like, all right, those are the things you need to look out for. Thanks.
Right. Do you want to have kids? Oh, you do? Jen, do you want to?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So Jen's really annoyed, and he said that things changed suddenly.
I get what he's saying because they caught him off guard by just bombarding his family.
Right. But then he said something like about how this is something that's always bothered him. Does he mean her age?
I don't know. Or does
because they cut that poorly.
Right. Does it bother him that he didn't know that his family would have a problem with it or what?
What is he talking about? Because they cut this and it didn't make any sense.
I know.
Because I kept rewinding and I'm like, no, this is a bad cut.
Right.
So she said that he should have figured it out a while ago. Yes. And so she should have too.
Right. So she's playing the same game as him, but she's mad at him for it.
So she said that she's done. She gives him the ring. And he said that he chooses his family, but also doesn't want to lose her.
Right. And he needs time. I've heard this song and dance before.
He needs time to talk to his family. And she's like, listen, we can't be together. And he apologized. And then they cry and they cry and they cry. He says that he feels alone and hopeless. And she's right, though. She tells him it's not realistic. But then she's like, I'm so glad I took the chance. If there's no risk, there's no reward. Okay. I mean, I'm glad you're happy.
Where's the reward?
What's the reward is? Okay.
The reward is everyone has a broken heart.
Well, she's saying
I feel bad for him.
You have to take the chance.
No, I get it, but there was no payoff at this chance.
Right. But she's saying there could have been payoff.
I feel bad for him because he's like, I feel like now I'm like all alone in the world. And that made me feel bad. Even if it's not true, it still made me feel bad because I just think he was very down on himself at the minute.
Right.
At the time.
Right. But
whatever.
Also,
yeah.
I don't know. You don't think he's cheating on her?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
At all in 3 years?
I mean, maybe during like the pandemic, like in the beginning of the relationship, but like now I feel like he's like all in with her.
Interesting. I got to tell you, it's just like so strange between all of these, most of these couples. It's like, I don't get it.
It doesn't, when you watch these couples, they don't seem to have chemistry at all.
Except
I agree
for
with
Gabe
that.
and Isabel.
They are going to be together forever, those two.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with them.
It's their wedding day and Gabe needs some nose hair scissors from his mom. It was very funny. She's like, be careful with them. He's like, what do you think I'm going to do with them?
Right. He's like, Mom, come on. I just have to trim one.
So Gabe said that Monica said she's not coming because, okay, I feel like all of these conflicts are not
real.
No, it's Monica. She just gets upset about everything.
Okay, but this,
and so does Gabe.
I feel like Gabe isn't telling the real reason why Monica's mad, though.
Right. So he said that Isabel was late to drinks. And then things basically escalated between Gabe and Monica. And then Monica was like, I'm not going to come or whatever.
Why is Monica convinced that Gabe is afraid of Isabel? I don't understand.
Right. But also he's marrying her. So stop.
Right. Well, Monica wants to have her way, I guess, and have them not get married.
Stop.
Right. He moved there to be with Isabel and her family, and they accept him and love him.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next scene, the mother has no mic on. So now we have to kind of hear.
Yes.
Yeah. So Gabe is crying. So now it's 3 hours until the wedding. And now we see Isabel's side of things.
She's very mad.
Okay. I kind of get it though. So Isabel's talking to her dad. And her dad is praying with her. He's so happy for the wedding. He's like the
Mhm.
happiest man in the world, right?
The mom made the bridesmaid dresses.
She pulled an all-nighter. Did you not know they were getting married?
I was thinking the same thing. Right. Like, so you had to pull an all-nighter, but you didn't know a week ago or whatever.
Or a month ago?
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
did
don't know.
though.
Yeah.
I guess because he was in the States, but like you kind of knew.
You could have started.
I would have made a rough draft.
You could have stenciled some.
I would have made some robes.
I would have made some robes. Okay. You could just borrow Randy's from last week.
You could just make some. I would have made some robes that could be turned into dresses if need be.
You would have made everybody have your French twist ready.
They would have had their French twist ready.
Yes.
So she's running late.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets to the farm late and he is late. But
Right.
this farm,
Right.
it's not what I expected.
No, I thought this was going to be like some
Like
beautiful venue.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say venue, but just a beautiful place. And
It's
that's
not.
not what
It's just someone's yard.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So she's late and he's even later. And he was
Right.
supposed to be there early to help her.
Because he doesn't have to do anything. He just has to get dressed basically
He
and
had
go.
0 jobs. She's
Yeah.
like, you had one job. You had one job.
Yeah.
And
But
he did not do it.
it also shows that Gabe doesn't share things because he's not like, Isabel, I'm really upset. That's why I'm not there yet. He's just not saying
Right. But
anything.
also,
yeah.
you're really upset. You need to be somewhere. Get over it.
No, I agree with that. But I think that Monica's right, as in like Gabe is like secretive.
Yeah, of course. So
Mhm.
an hour and a half into the wedding, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. Do you know about cell phones?
No. Why is she not calling his mom?
And being like, what's
Calling
going
the
on there? Because
hotel?
Gabe's
Yeah.
just crying in bed.
I know. Gabe is like sobbing all the way in bed.
Stop.
I feel bad, but also, where's Monica?
Where's Monica?
Like,
No
where
one-
is Monica?
Monica's like, I wanted to go play ping pong today, so this is perfect.
Don't you think it's crazy this is the finale and they didn't show us any of the wedding?
Okay, yes. Because
Right?
it's like, what's this going to be, a extra finale? What, are you going to show the wedding on the tell-all?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They were
It's
probably
so
like,
weird.
oh, this venue is also not what we expected either.
So we're not going to film here.
That's
I just wanted to see her dress.
I know, really.
Yeah.
And the bridesmaid dresses.
Right, the ones that the mom made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Without
would have liked to have
mandolins.
seen it.
Without Madeline, not mandolins.
I was going to say mandolins.
Without
Are they gonna-
mandolins.
Are they going to cut
mandolins.
zucchini?
Oh.
I like
Wow.
mandolins. I like zucchini cut with mandolins.
Speaking of cutting zucchini, let's talk about Oussama and Debbie. Okay. Can I
Okay.
say something very mean?
Oh, do it.
I've never seen anyone in my life that looks like Oussama.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there are guys in New York that look like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone.
I don't know if they're sought out by many women.
Right. I don't know if there's anyone that I've seen on this show ever that has chilled me to the bone. Like
He is
Oussama.
pretty chilling. He's pretty chilling. Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
gonna agree with that.
Like I feel like I jolt every time he comes on screen.
But it's not even. It's also the way he acts.
No, it's everything
suddenly.
about him. though.
Yeah.
It's there's creepy energy.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be better looking if you're going to be that creepy.
he's like Jeepers Creepers.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a monster like quality to him.
Yeah. I like he comes alive every 20 years.
Yeah.
He eats souls.
Like he's a cicada.
Right. Those things are ugly, man.
I love them. Stop it.
Mhm.
All right. So he meets with his sister Asma. And
Right.
she's helping him understand women.
Give me a break.
Okay, so his side of the story is that he said she was pressuring him. So he got mad and wasn't aware of what he was saying. And he said that it's not true that he just wants a visa. And he didn't realize that she would move there forever.
Right. Like there was a miscommunication.
Right. And he's like, listen, I'm broke. I can't move to Rabat like she wants to. And Ozma's like, yeah, you could be pretty harsh. Read between the lines. Pretty abusive. Okay, great.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I love her. I'm going to apologize.
And he thinks that that's going to make it all better and they'll move to
Okay.
New York.
But that's also not what happened.
Of course, in his mind, maybe that is what happened.
No.
He felt super pressured, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, I
Mhm.
bet he did feel super pressured because she wanted an answer because he was not giving her an answer.
Right.
And then finally, he gave her the real answer.
And he felt like it was like beat out of him almost.
Yeah, because you were trying to
Yeah.
play a long
Mhm.
game with her and then you caved.
But he made it seem like almost like they planned to move to America together.
But that's what I'm saying. He's gaslighting her.
Yeah.
He's not good. This guy's not good. So
Yeah.
Oussama wants to meet with her at a cafe and she doesn't want to go. So she puts on her wedding dress to meet with him.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't even want to go. Let me put on every ring that I've ever had.
Ever. And she has on her
Let me
finest
dress in
tiger
white.
purse. I
Yeah.
love it.
Let me put a hat on.
Okay. Also, what the hell is a Texas margarita?
I don't know, but I just want to say that I feel like, why would you think they would have that there? She said it's a margarita desert.
Right. She wants a Texas margarita or absinthe?
Yeah.
What?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she's also not on this planet.
No,
but she also
she's not.
says, quote, he's a professional at apologies. Yeah, he's manipulative.
Mhm. He is manipulative.
And you buy it.
But you're right. He should be better looking if he's going to be manipulative.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So she wants this Texas margarita or absinthe. And they're like, okay, we have tea or coffee.
It's like, okay, cafe au lait.
That was your choice?
Uh-huh. Right. It was just, it was so weird because also, I don't think in Morocco drinking is very big.
Right. But also,
Mm-hmm.
what? Okay. So a Texas margarita is fresh orange juice and agave nectar in your margarita.
Okay.
It's tequila, triple sec, orange juice, and lime juice.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
I mean, that sounds like the worst
it's basically-
heartburn I've ever had.
It's a margarita with a little bit of orange juice.
Sounds good. I like a little splash of OJ.
I know, but that's what you thought they would have at this little cafe?
Right. And that they would know even what that is.
That's like going to a Starbucks and being like, can I have a Bud Light?
At least they would know what a Bud Light is, though.
I guess.
They're not like, can I have a,
What?
well, I don't know, like a California martini?
Right.
It's like, wait, the hell is
What's
a
that?
California martini? I don't know. I made it up.
You made it up? That was good.
Yeah.
I love that now. I want
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So now we're gonna have
What's
to
in
order a
it?
California martini. It's like a Cosmo,
Mm-hmm.
but there's pineapple juice in it.
Pineapple juice. Is it a Hawaiian martini? I think there should be some Erewhon gluten-free macaroni and cheese in it.
Oh, in the martini.
Yeah, that's how it's a
A
California
cheesy
one.
martini.
It's a California.
You're more likely to get an avocado martini in California, I think.
Whatever. It's an artichoke martini. So he says something alarming.
What does he say?
And here's a quote. When I am
Tell me.
angry, you don't have to care about what I'm saying.
What does that mean exactly?
Okay, that means I am a maniac.
Mhm.
He's basically, he has really bad anger issues and he tells her that she has to
Yeah.
deal with it. He's like, and that she gets angry too. And it's like,
But he gets angry at night, apparently, too.
yeah, this is terrifying. So she's
Yeah.
like, why weren't you honest about what your intentions were?
Right.
And he's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's suddenly showing no emotion. Like he never cared
Yes,
for her.
He
at
didn't care
all.
for her. He was playing a game.
Yeah.
So he also said that she was going to come there and quote, make documents. She's like, do you mean get married?
Make documents.
Uh-huh.
Is
That's
this
weird,
like a
right?
Danielle and Muhammad suddenly?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he's saying that he told her already that that's what he
That's not
wanted.
true. That's not
And
true.
she's like, listen, you don't love me enough. And that's it. And he's like, everything's that I don't love you enough. And it's like, but you don't.
I like that she's like, it would take an act of God for me to take him back.
I was happy about this. I did not think that she would be this strong, but he's
Neither did I.
he's being very condescending to her.
Well,
and
I
he-
mean, but given that situation, you're not going to be like, you know what? He seems genuine.
Right. And
He
he's
seems like I should take him back.
well, he said that basically she should stick by him
Right.
if she really loved him. And it's like,
yeah?
yeah?
Okay, in theory, I get that, but not in this, my friend.
No.
It's not like, oh, I'm in the hospital with a broken arm. You should stand by me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is
Yeah.
there's like all these memes on Instagram about this. It's like,
Mhm.
you know, when you say that you should like stand by your man,
Yes.
it means like through maybe some financial trouble, not as he cheats on you with all of your friends.
Right.
Like, yeah, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah. No,
So-
not while he's using you to get to America.
Exactly. So he he said that art and poetry are dying there. And you know what
Okay,
she
I think
says?
his particular art and poetry are dying here.
I think it was born dead.
Yeah.
That was
And
a
what is she-
DOA.
And what does she say back?
Talk to the hand.
I love her. Talk to the hand. I've had enough.
Right. So she's leaving Morocco and she said that I loved what she said. She's like, how could I be upset about something that never was?
And don't let your mouth write a check your butt can't cash.
There in the sunset of her life.
In the sunset of her life. My dad used to say it all the time. He'd be like, I'm in the autumn of my life. And it's like, what is this? A movie? The autumn of my life?
I don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
So she said that she needs to listen to her kids. And she said that this experience was like getting electrocuted, which explains her hair.
She has the most metaphors I've ever heard in my life.
The
comparisons.
The lines that she just in the last minute of her scene.
The comparison she does, it's going to take an act from God.
I know.
And this and that. It's like, okay, she's very dramatic, but that's why she liked him.
Well, she said, yes, exactly. Because she thought that this was like this big,
Mm-hmm.
crazy romance story. So she said that she will never communicate with him again. And then she says, quote, can I say it in her voice?
Say it.
I'm not gonna hole up.
Although it looks promising. Well, not that it looks promising. She says it looks enticing or something.
What does that mean?
I guess she means like lay in bed.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
That
she
could be
kinda
taken a
means, like-
lot of different ways.
I don't think she means it in the literal sense.
Okay, so let's see. Holding up. Definition. It means to hide out or as if in a hole or a cave. Ooh, I like that. To place in a as if in a refuge or hiding place. I like that. All right. So she said that she will win. She will win. And you know what? I think she did win.
I think she will too. You know, watching all of this really makes me excited for the tell-all though.
Yeah, but I'm glad that she left. I'm glad that she did all this stuff.
Me too. I hope that we don't get there and it's like they're back together.
I don't think we will.
I don't think so either because I think that she seems pretty tough.
It's the sunset of her life.
It's the autumn of her life, Tracey.
Speaking of autumn, let's talk about Kris and Jamie.
I don't like them either. I don't like
the
her
lights
either.
going out.
Yeah, seriously.
Kris said that she had family issues and had to stay in Alabama for 5 months. So, okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Family issues.
Yes.
Okay. Narcolepsy medication.
Narcolepsy medication. Bank issues.
Neck surgery.
Court.
Working for money. Handy womaning.
Right. Rare motorcycling.
What?
You
Which
have
one is it?
all this stuff.
But
that's the thing. You keep picking a struggle that keeps buying you a month.
I know. Well, that's what it is. She's like, also now, can you believe I have to wait for my dry cleaning?
I feel bad for Jamie because I think Jamie was Jamie might be a little bit of like a scammer, but I think she's very naive.
Yes. So, but now they talk on the phone.
Wow. Thank you so much.
So Jamie's putting on makeup, but she's very upset and angry. And this outfit that Kris is wearing.
Tracey, the earrings that she's wearing.
Okay. She is wearing a set of earrings. That one of our friends really loves to wear these sets.
Yes.
This is a Claire's special.
My mother loves these sets
Your
too.
mother loves these sets. It's an evening set of it definitely has a matching necklace.
You know it.
It's probably $15.99.
Tracey, I said my mother, and my mother just texted me. I thought my phone was on airplane mode. I just got a text from my mother. That's so crazy.
I hope
as
she
we were
didn't
talking about her.
Us. She definitely bought it with Kohl's cash.
Definitely.
The thing about these sets, this is what I love. These jewelry sets that are rhinestones. I like how they're like, it always says right on it, originally $500.
It does say that a lot.
And then it's like, but now $17.99.
Here is this gem.
It's
for
a beautiful
you.
gem cubic zirconia.
Farm raised opal for
it's a
you.
wild caught salmon diamond. Delicious. It's gluten-free.
Oh man.
So she's wearing a white suit jacket with a rainbow pinstripe with red hearts on the sleeves and a red bucket hat.
And a red sequin shirt.
It's beautiful.
Like my mom dressed this woman.
Your mother dressed this woman and took
She
her
did.
shopping for her set.
She did.
It's insane. So
She let her borrow her Fruby set.
but she's not in pain anymore.
No, never again. She doesn't need a neck brace.
What happened to her headgear?
Why doesn't Jamie say like, oh, so the plane didn't bother you this time?
Right. So Kris sees Jamie and her ring falls off.
Maybe that's a sign.
I know. So they hug with her hat on.
It looks so good.
And Kris said that she feels like she's kissing a stranger. She
Yeah,
is. You are.
that's
That is a
crazy.
stranger. She is a stranger. You got there. You knew her for 2 weeks. You married her and you left. That is a stranger.
It's like you married her.
I
And you
can't
left.
believe they're the couple that got married.
Right. Why would you marry her if you were just
What
gonna
was the
leave?
point?
There was no point.
So Jamie surprised her by buying a furry onesie and they both dressed in furry onesies and danced together.
But they didn't hook up.
No scissors.
No scissoring.
This was a safety night.
This is a safety scissor night. This was like a
Crayola scissor.
pen night.
So they're going to an indoor pool and hot tub for Jamie's belated birthday bash. And she brings Jamie's gifts. And she has to bring the gifts with her to the pool.
What? So many people do things like this, though.
I cannot stand this. So
yeah, it's so stupid.
we find out that her son got in trouble and she could not leave.
Sure,
Jan.
What kind of trouble?
And by her son, she means her. And by trouble, she means Percocet.
Right. By trouble, she means rehab.
No, she doesn't mean rehab at all.
No, actually, she doesn't. Right.
So they're going to celebrate her birthday now. So Jamie's so excited because she's going to Paul.
She hasn't been in the Paul in 5 months.
What a Paul?
5 months.
Okay, so they decorate this indoor pool.
What is this?
And she brings her cheese balls and a red velvet cake.
And she's like, I love cheese balls.
And then they talk in this weird sing-song baby talk.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I feel like this place isn't real. Like they built the place.
Yes, it's like, let's build a set. Okay, now here's my biggest problem with this entire show. So they're in the hot tub. They're in the pool. The hot tub's connected to the pool, but the same water is flowing in and out.
Yes.
There's no divider.
No, it's like an infinity pool into a hot tub.
It's just a other part of the pool.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That would be like you connecting a pool to my bathtub.
That's like me saying the end of my bathtub is the hot tub.
Yes.
Just the far
but there
corner.
Is no beginning or end.
The far corner. So Kris thinks that they could really make this work because, they were just having so much fun in the pool.
Yeah, they're having the best time. So this is what bothers me. Kris is like, I'm seeing a fun side of Jamie and this is the person I love, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, so this for once, she's not quote unquote mad at you and yelling at you. And
but
this
stop
is
being
what you
mean
like.
to her.
Stop being a jerk.
So Jamie tries to drown her low key.
I know, I like it.
So she brings up being upset and she tries to use her kids as an excuse. Like, what? My kids are important to me. When you date someone with kids, and she's talking down to her like crazy.
But it's also like you moved here without your kids.
Right. So Kris said that Jamie said that Kris said that she shouldn't worry about money anymore. And then
I believe that.
Yeah. And then just didn't give her any money. And she's like, yeah, but the apartment is $150 more than you agreed. And she's like, yeah, you didn't give me even the other part of it.
Right. But what about the rest of it?
So you don't pay rent anymore because it's $150 more.
She's like, I'm supposed to say, hey, landlord, I'll just pay when I feel like it.
Right. So Kris says, lower your voice.
Okay. Jamie wasn't even flipping out. I think she's more upset than angry and
sad.
She can't express it. Yeah. And just like, and then Kris like throws her chair and runs out. Talk about gaslighting.
Yep. So let's talk about Danielle and Johan.
Who, by the way, I highly doubt they're breaking up.
They should.
Yeah, of everyone, they probably should.
So Johan wants to apologize to Taylin. So they meet up
Interesting.
at a basketball court. He is in boat shoes and a men's bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
They both have on swim shorts.
Yeah, this is, I guess, the look.
So they're playing the basketball. And
They're playing the basketball.
Talon says to Johan, good D, meaning defense.
I think he means defense. Yeah.
Okay. So can I tell you a story?
Yeah, of course. Please do.
Thanks so much. When I was in high school, I had a gym teacher that changed her name to Denise. Her name did not used to be Denise. Yeah. Yes. Denise or
You
Debbie?
changed it while in school?
No, she told us that that's not her birth name, that she changed it legally to either Debbie or Denise. I think it's Denise.
I never understood people who change their names. It's like you went that far because
Yeah.
you didn't like
Should
what
I
your
do
parents
it?
called you. You don't want to be Tracey anymore?
I don't know.
What would you be called?
I don't know. What would you call me? If you didn't know me, what would you call me?
Fuck. It's so hard to play this game because I have not, like, I've known you longer
Yeah.
than like more than half of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you, Michelle? No. Nicole?
No.
No. Who are you? Violet? You know? Who are you?
Violetta.
Violetta. No, you don't look like a Violetta.
Okay. Well, I want everyone go into the group 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on Facebook and please tell me what you think my name would be if you didn't know it was Tracey.
Yeah, what would my name be? See, I feel like it's just Noelle. Like, what's your name? I don't know.
I don't know. Your name could be something else. You don't know. So
I don't know.
So she changes her name. I'm almost positive it was Denise. That she changed it to Denise.
Was her name Lame before that? Was it like
I don't know. I don't know
name?
if I don't remember what it was, but she changed it to Denise because she plays defense. She was a basketball player and she wanted her name to sound like defense and start with the letter D.
Get a life.
That's what she told us. I don't know if that's a true story, but that was not great.
That's very not great.
I wonder if anyone that went to high school with me listens to this and can confirm or deny.
Oh
this
God,
story.
I would love to hear. I would love to hear her original name. Like, was it something ridiculous? Like, I don't know.
Like what?
Denim. Denim.
No, she would have loved denim.
Dresser. Oh yeah.
Imagine.
Why are you picking D words?
You know what her name was?
What?
Her God-given birth name?
What?
Offense.
Oh, okay. Well, then you know what? Then I understand why she has to change it.
It's like this is confusing everyone.
She grew up. Her name was Goalie. She had to change it. It's like, well, this isn't going to work. It's not even the right sport.
So she changed her name to Goalie, to Goldie from Goalie. All right. So
my old neighbor's name was Goldie. I always liked that name.
Yeah, I mean, there's a comic that just named her daughter Goldie, and one of my favorite comedy dogs are Goldie.
I like that name.
Dan St. Germain's dog's name is Goldie. We have a very good bond.
Oh, I know who he is. I don't know if I know who the dog is.
You never met Goldie, but you know her because I've shown you pictures.
Oh,
of her.
You show me pictures of her. Yes, you have. Tracey shows me pictures of everyone's dog. So if you want a private dog, don't show it to Tracey.
Oh wait, I have one more story for you.
Okay.
So there's a comic that I'm friends with, and she has a little Chihuahua. Okay. So I saw her, and her mom is also a comic.
Okay.
This is not who you think it is. This
no,
is
I know.
Mother-daughter trio.
Wow.
The mother-daughter dog trio.
Interesting. Okay.
So I run into her mom, and I don't really know her mom, and she introduces herself to me, and I was like, "Oh no, I know your daughter and your and her baby." And she was like, "Oh." I was like, yeah. And I was like, "I've held the baby." And she was like, "Oh." So then she goes back to her daughter and she forgets my name. And she describes me as a blonde girl.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, she's trying to tell her. And she's like, not describing me well at all.
Right. Sure.
And this girl is like, I have no clue who you're talking about. And she's like, yeah, she said that she held the baby. And she's like, oh, it's Tracey.
Oh, that's so funny.
She's like, she's not blonde. She's
a
Tracey.
Blonde girl. Wow.
So,
yeah, you know, blonde girl, blue eyes.
Yeah, you know.
Looks just like Tracey.
It's me. All right. So Talon and him are sweating.
Right.
And they're using a translator. And
yes.
Johan apologizes to him. And then they start talking smack about Danielle together. And this is where they really bond.
This is how you bond. This is like Mark and Malik.
Yes. So they agree that she's very controlling.
Yes.
Then they talk about gender roles and gender
Mhm.
norms. And I got to tell you, these two men talking in cliches about relationships via the translator is like, I could fall asleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what is happening here? Come on. Also, Talon, he's got
Debbie's
the
like,
personality of a rock.
I know. Debbie's like, you should both hole up.
Just keep holing.
So Talon said that she won't change for anyone, basically.
I believe that.
So now Danielle and Johan go to the beach
Yeah.
because she has to be calm by the water to have a conversation.
God, see, that's where she loses me. Because I
know.
can understand her being irritated by Johan.
Right. So
But not when she acts like this.
she said that maybe in a month another friend is going to come.
Okay, so who gave her the pipe that's coming next month?
It's like, what are you doing? Are you just importing all your exes?
How many friends live in DR, are visiting
don't-
you in DR?
Right,
they
but
don't
are
even
they
live
all
there.
just coming solo?
Right. Are they all basketball players?
That just are passing through?
Uh-huh.
So she wants Johan to apologize to her, and he wants her to apologize to him. And she's like, for what?
But this is like, you guys are going to go back and forth forever. You're also both so prideful.
Right, but that's the thing. So she wants them to trust each other.
Mhm.
And she says to him, quote, things you don't like are your problem. Now, here's the thing. I agree and disagree with this statement.
Explain.
Okay. If he doesn't like something and she doesn't want to change, that is his problem because he needs to have a boundary.
Okay.
But also, why are you talking like that to your husband?
So that's my problem. It's not the things that she says, it's how she says it.
Yeah, because it's like, no, actually, marriage is give and take, and it's all about compromise, and it's about having the same goals. And the bottom line is they don't have the same goals in anything.
No, and to her, it's a dictatorship. That's the
Yes.
problem.
So she's done. She's done. She's done. She's done. She's done.
She's done.
And then she says,
because.
she says something a little bit funny.
That marriage isn't a prison.
She says, call a priest, call your mother, call your grandpa. I want a shirt that says that. Call a priest, call your mother, call your grandpa.
She says that. I'm like, this is Tracey.
That was so
Especially
funny.
the call your mother part. Because that's you.
Call your mother.
Write a letter.
You want a woman that loves you unconditionally? Call your mother, because it's not me.
Speaking of, you and I were talking about this in the car recently.
Oh, yeah.
The loving unconditionally.
Okay.
Debbie said something about
Thank you. I'm so glad you bring that up. So Debbie said that her love for him was unconditional and his love for her
isn't unconditional.
Okay.
Right.
Romantic love is not unconditional.
It's conditional. Right.
It is always conditional, and it should always be conditional because it's called having boundaries.
Right. So your partner cheats on you, but you love them unconditionally, so it's okay. They hate you. It's okay.
It's okay.
Everything
You
they
love
do
them
is okay
unconditionally.
because you love them.
Right. The only
That's not going to work.
Unconditional love should be between like a parent and a child. And it can still be where you can cut each other off.
Of course. I mean, I had set boundaries with my parents.
Yeah.
You know, of course.
But it's like
you can love them, but you can love them from a distance.
Afar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was insane. Like, why would you don't even know this person? Now they're supposed to have unconditional love. Do you even know what that means? That means there's no conditions.
No.
That means no matter what they do, it's fine.
Right. That's not romantic love. You could be super supportive, maybe even overly supportive and loving and forgiving, but not unconditionally.
Absolutely not, Debbie.
Yes.
Absolutely not. If you guys want to hear more about our innermost thoughts, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Am I missing anyone? You looked at me like crazy just now. That's it,
no,
right?
I looked down because I wanted to make sure there was nothing else with Danielle and Johan. That's all. Because I was, and also I didn't understand what I wrote, and it says she leaves and floats, and I was like, what am I talking about? That I was like, oh yeah, she floated away.
Call a priest, call your mother, call your grandpa.
Call everyone.
Follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Follow us on TikTok at Trash Talk Podcast, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast, TraceyCarnazzo.com for everything podcast related. Follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, TraceyCarnazzo.com if you forget all of the other things. But give us a great review, 5 stars, and tell us everything that you love about the podcast on whatever platform you listen to us on.
Because we love you.
We love you and you love us.
You do love us. So tell a
Do it.
friend.
Tell one friend. Don't have too many people listen. We can't have that. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.